Hello, everybody. This is Matthew Dillner, and welcome to NASCAR.com Xfinity Series GarageCam presented by Mobil 1, live from Watkins Glen International Raceway, one of the most beautiful racetracks on the circuit. Gotta love this place right here, in an open-air pit area here, which is a lot of fun for a lot of these teams, especially when the weather is as good as it is here in Watkins Glen. We got blue skies. We got a beautiful sunshiny day. I mean, we even have drivers over here like Tommy Gerisi eating a banana. That's awesome. I mean, it's such a great day. Why not just chill out in the pit area eating a banana? Anyway, somebody that prefers watermelons over bananas is over here, and it's Ross Chastain. All right, buddy. Watkins Glen, could it get any more perfect, the weather here right now?
Not really, man. Definitely just to hang out, this is perfect. Now, I prefer hotter weather because some of these guys don't like it, so that I race against. But no, this is perfect weather for sure.
All right, you guys had a test day yesterday. 2 big sessions here at Watkins Glen. What did you learn?
I stayed out of the grass. That was goal number 1. That's goal number 1 for the whole weekend. We didn't go out in the first one, so we got on track in the second one and kept getting faster like everybody was. Got the car balanced pretty good at the end. We're just going to shake it down a little bit more today and nut and bolt it one more time and go race. We're just I'll pick up more speed in the race than we can find in practice.
Fun factor, 1 to 10, racing a lap here at Watkins Glen.
10 for sure. I had so much fun yesterday, man. We brought a new car that's new to our fleet this year that Johnny bought over the off season, and the 01 has one as well, and it handles so much better than our cars we had last year. It's pretty unbelievable. I didn't realize how much better they could be. And so, just steering and pushing the pedals and everything works how it's supposed to. And it's a lot of fun to drive this 4-car this weekend.
All right, Ross Chastain and Greg Stumpf, who paints helmets right behind him right there, one of the good guys in our garage. But Ross Chastain in this number 4 car, I'll tell you what, things are picking up for JD Motorsports. 3 very talented young race car drivers on their roster. And between that and some hard work for some real racers that are on that pit crew, you're seeing results now that maybe you haven't seen in the past with Johnny Davis, with Johnny Davis's team. And speaking of talent, the Berlin, Connecticut driver right here, Ryan Preece, the 01 Chevrolet here. This kid races about anything. If it's a tricycle, he'll race it. If it's got wheels, he'll race it. If it's got 2 wheels, I don't know if he'd race. We say you'd race anything with wheels. What about like 2 wheels?
I don't know if I'd be very good at it. I don't think so, though. What do you think, MD?
I don't really think Ryan Preece on 2 wheels would be scary. All right, but Watkins Glen, you had a big test day yesterday. Yeah. Dude, what did you think? Because when I came up to the car yesterday, that big grin was huge.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely huge. I like road racing. I haven't done it a lot, but it's definitely a lot of fun. And, I think it'd be fun if you and I could do a match race out there in, like, little go-karts or something.
I'd look like Bowser.
Would you? Yeah, and I'd be like Toad, right?
You'd be like Mario or Luigi. I mean, they were always the fastest in Mario Kart.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so fun factor, 1 to 10 yesterday out there for your first time in this 01.
I would say it's a 9. The only reason I'm going to say it's a 9 because I'm probably going to be at about a 10 later tonight at that MRO event that we have coming up with that dirt modified at Outlaw Speedway. I'm definitely excited for that. If anybody's watching this and you're in the upstate New York area, you definitely got to come check it out.
Ryan Preece on dirt should be entertaining, but this racetrack is just an entertaining place. New repave, of course, so that doesn't really affect you, though, as somebody with so little experience here. So it's got to be maybe a comforting feeling for you.
Yeah, no, every time we went out, we got faster and faster, and we haven't put tires on. I'm not sure if we're going to for practice, but definitely really excited to be here. Got to thank Johnny Davis Motorsports, the 01 team. They worked all week hard. We're a smaller team, so all our guys that are on the road got to work in the shop. So thanks, Gary, for giving me a great car, and we're going to have some fun here later today. What
are you guys going to work on this car? You got one more practice session here this morning before qualifying and the race tomorrow.
Probably driver. Driver needs to pick up some speed. We're not far off, but the car is definitely really good. There's nothing I can really complain about, and if there is, I just got to work on it myself. I watched some of K&N practice, saw some things I can do different, so hoping to pick up a little bit more speed here and just have some fun. That's what it's all about this weekend.
For young race car driver, it's always about learning. It's always about observing, too. And you hear right there, Ryan Preece out there watching K&N E-Series practice. Yes, NASCAR's K&N E-Series is also competing here this weekend at Watkins Glen. A big triple-header weekend here in the Fingers Lakes region. And look at this guy, David Starr. working hard, man. He's not sitting in a lounge in the AC, which we don't need any today. This guy is busting his butt cleaning this windshield. You can have a better view there?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Just excited about practice coming up. Want to make sure my windshield's clean, just ready to go. We changed everything but the Massimo paint job on the car. Just needed to make it a lot better, but excited. Just excited to be here in Watkins Glen. Track's awesome, and road racing is a lot of fun.
As a guy who grew up in Texas, did you think at the beginning of your career you'd just like road courses this much?
Well, I mean, the guys that are good at it, I mean, they're really good.
But if you look at the speed yesterday, it's pretty tight, even from like 25th, 30th on up.
Yeah, it's real tight, but yeah, it's just fun. It's just different from the everyday circle tracks, the different type of circle tracks we go to, but exciting to mix it up, and man, you're turning left, right, downshifting. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on, and you got to really hit your marks, get into a rhythm, and it's fun. It's fun and challenging at the same time, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, hey, he's got a clean windshield now, but we got to make sure we keep it clean. No dirt on that thing. Oh, you hear that car right there start up. That's Derek Cope's number 70 machine right there. Derek Cope and the Buddy's Home Furnishings machine. You see him reaching in the car right there and adjusting on that carburetor, doing his own engine tuning. The two-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series winner and the former winner of the Daytona 500. A great thing to see Derek Cope in our garage. One of the good guys of our sport, and still getting it done here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series is Derek Cope. Spencer Gallagher's number 21. The Allegiant Travel Chevrolet Camaro. I'll tell you what, this driver right here, hoping for a better result than yesterday. Yesterday, they struggled a bit in practice in the 20s, deeper in the field when you look at the speed chart. Getting that driver comfortable here at Watkins Glen is the name of the game for the GMS racing team this weekend. And not all about the speed charts, okay? You can't judge your race or your race weekend always by the speed charts. Maybe by the end of the weekend, some more experience for this young driver can get him further to the front. William Yeager operating the camera today, the bearded great here in NASCAR.com. He took over for Chuck Busch with the best beard in NASCAR, or at least with NASCAR.com. You can't see it now because he's behind the camera, but a little different setup today. Sometimes you have to roll out a backup car in racing. Well, we kind of had to roll out a backup and go to plan B. And I'm behind the mic, not behind the camera today. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Tony Driese's number 14 being rolled by. And now this Penske car right here that you're looking at, the number 12 of Joey Logano. Definitely one of the favorites here, Joey Logano, when we come to Watkins Glen. The defending winner of this race. And if you want to talk about Cup Series domination, it begins and ends with Terry Labonte, and it ends with Joey Logano here at Watkins Glen. Cup Series domination has been the name of the game here at Watkins Glen. As a matter of fact, this will be, I think, the 22nd annual NASCAR Xfinity Series race here at Watkins Glen. And can you guys guess how many NASCAR Xfinity Series regulars have taken the checkered flag in one of these races? Only 2. Yes, this has been a race that's been dominated by Cup superstars. And that's something I think we'll continue to see. And we saw it on the speed charts yesterday, where drivers from the Cup Series were just dominant in the speed charts. Kyle Busch towards the top of the speed chart every time you looked at it, and so was Kyle Larson. So another Cup regular that's joining this race this weekend is right here, Trevor Bayne's number 60 car. Roush breaking out the 60 here this weekend for the Tennessee native. And a big weekend for Trevor Bayne as he pulls double duty here at Watkins Glen. Obviously, this deal, you guys are on the bubble in a chase in the Cup side, so this deal right here to help you guys out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, before last week when Chris won, we were really on the bubble. Now we got to stretch a little bit, but we've been looking forward to this race, trying to make the most out of it. Obviously, road racing, you can do some crazy strategy stuff, and now we can be even more aggressive because we don't feel like we can point our way in as much. We got to go for the win, and for me, I know that road racing is something I don't have a lot of experience at, and I'm not the best at. So I wanted to get in an Xfinity car here with Advocare and try to make the most of the weekend and just learn a lot. I feel like I learned a ton yesterday, and we had some good speed in our cars, so hopefully that'll carry over for my Cup car.
Now, big challenges, of course, because we have new pavement here. We have a pretty hard tire that Goodyear's brought, to be nice and safe. What type of stuff are you learning? Is it pickup points? Is it where not to go in so hard in a corner but get out good?
Yeah, it's just about roll speed, really, getting off the brake pedal. The easy place to try to search for speed is, I need to brake a little bit later, but the problem is you overslow the car when you start trying to do that, and for me, I've just got to work on getting off the brake pedal, rolling speed, back to the gas early, getting off these corners, especially in the Xfinity car, you don't have as much power, so you got to just go to the gas hard every chance you get, and the Cup car, you got to finesse it a little bit more, and like you said, we've got hard tires, so once you do slip them, it's hard to get them back. But I've just learned a lot about balance things, learned a lot with setup stuff yesterday, and then just being comfortable driving the thing, making repetitions here. It's such a rhythm thing when you go road racing, just hitting your marks every time. And these are a little bit different marks. You brake about 100, 150 later on the markers than you can a Cup car, but it's helping me a lot.
All right, Trevor Bayne, this number 60 car. He knows he's got a car that could go out here with Roush Fenway to win here in the Xfinity Series. And he's got a good shot at it. Admittedly, not the best road racer, so this is a great opportunity for that young race car driver to learn something for Sunday. I mean, they are on the verge of making it into the chase for the Sprint Cup, and it's something very, very important for that young race car driver's career. Over here, we got Scott Heckert in the yellow 15, and as we take a step on over here to the other side, Jeff Green's over there as well. See a few drivers hanging out and chilling out here. So we'll take a walk, we'll take a stroll on over here. Hi, Will Yeager. Will's having a good time. He said when he stepped off the plane and he experienced this beautiful upstate New York weather, he was just relieved. All right, we got a bunch of drivers right here. Myatt Snyder has joined the fray. First of all, Myatt, what are you doing here this weekend? You're not.
Hold on, I'm starstruck right now. I'm in the presence of the legendary Matt Dillner. God.
I thought you were going to say Garrett Smithley.
Oh, well, they're both legendary, so.
Ryan Ellis thinks he's legendary.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Had to practice a test session yesterday. How'd it go for Garrett Smithley?
It was good. I learned a lot. Actually went faster than I thought I was going to go, and then wanted to go faster, obviously, as a race car driver. So, no, it's road course racing in a legend car. Before yesterday was my favorite thing I've ever done. And then I got in the number nothing and did it in the Xfinity Series. It was so much fun.
You're going to have fun tonight in a totally different discipline?
Yes. I was actually, I have two helmets. One helmet's my Xfinity helmet. My other helmet's my dirt helmet. I get to make my dirt debut with my buddy, Ryan Ellis. And, we're going over to Outlaw Speedway, and it's MRO night presented by Michael McDowell. And we're just going to have a lot of fun. I've never been on dirt, so it's going to be different.
Big. All right. This guy right here. This guy right here's got a lot of road racing experience, but lacking confidence with the dirt?
Not sure. I ran one day in a dirt car at the Chili Bowl, so that's like going in.
You went.
I ran one oval race, but it was the Daytona 500. So it's like, it's kind of a trade-off there. But this is definitely more home. Being at a road course, and we didn't have any laps yesterday with me and TJ Bell. Our hauler broke down back in North Carolina. So really excited just to get out there today. Obviously, really short practice just to kind of see how the car is.
A lot of people that may not know you or may know you just from the Xfinity Series and Truck Series don't realize how much road racing experience you do have.
Yeah, actually, both of us, TJ Bell and I both have raced road courses quite a bit. He ran Indy Lights, IMSA, a lot of prototypes. Exactly, and I did quite a bit of prototype stuff, like 3 or 4 years of Grand Am, and that's actually how I got my name to get into this sport and got licensed and everything. So a lot of experience on the road course side and just trying to get on track today.
All right. Actually, wait a minute. I got to ask you, get on track today, because that's the most interesting thing. We had 2 practice sessions yesterday, but where was your car?
It was on its way. It got here about 9 or 10 last night, and the crew, they worked so hard. They parked outside the track, and they were out there for 2 or 3 hours just kind of helping finalize everything, and then woke up at 7 a.m. this morning and finished it all off. And right now they're off in tech, and we're getting it all together right now. But it was definitely a rough night on them.
That Allgaier racing team has their hands full this week because they didn't get on track like all these other teams did. So they've got one practice session to get it up to speed for Ryan Ellis.
I gotta say, congratulations, you got a cameraman. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very rare that, and here's the bad part, it's very rare that I get to be on camera. And probably the reason is because I'm so large, I'm just so huge, and next to a little guy like Garrett Smithley here, oh no, Ryan Ellis is taking over the camera. This could be bad. This could be very bad.
Y'all need to get out of here before things go bad.
He's touching buttons and he doesn't have any clue what they do. Garrett Smithley joining a bunch of us over at a dirt track tonight for a charity for motor racing outreach, and gonna have a lot of fun. We got to hustle here because we still have a decent amount of cars to show you here on GarageCam when we are halfway. Didi Van Dienst, I hope I pronounced your name right. Hey, all the way from Europe. You're watching at 3:30 p.m. It's 3:30 p.m. in Europe. Well, that's great. That's about the perfect time to be watching GarageCam. Why not? Hey, how could we roll through the garage here in NASCAR.com GarageCam and not talk to this guy? It's impossible to roll through this garage without talking to the sexiest head in the garage area, Chemung, New York. I mean, this upstate region, Todd Bodine, has meant so much to your family.
Yeah, this is home. You know, we grew up in this valley. We grew up coming to Watkins Glen. Jeff tells stories about being like 16 years old sitting in the trees on the back straightaway watching the races. But I came here when I was real little. Then I came up here my next time I was racing. So, but it is home. You know, we got a lot of family here and a lot of friends. Everybody, all these sponsors on the car are local companies that came on board to help me out and give us the money to get here to the racetrack. We got 8 different companies on here, and they're all just friends, you know, and that's really neat for this valley to have a hometown car like this.
What does that say for the respect level and also, I mean, for you got to be just itching and missing being back in a race car?
Yeah, you always, like I said, I'll be 80 years old with a walker, and I'll be missing driving for sure. You always miss it, but yeah, you know, it's just Scott Wellever put this deal together. Scott got me my start in racing back in '91, my first Busch Series ride with CC Wellever Racing, and you know, we've always been friends. We've remained friends, and I called him last year and said, Scott, you know anybody want to put some money in a car for Watkins Glen? He said, no, but I know a lot of guys that might. So he put the deal last year, and we came up, and he did it again this year. So it's been a lot of fun.
A lot of fun for the 2006 and 2010 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion, 2-time champion in our sport, and a heck of a broadcaster too. Todd Bodine, one of the good guys in our sport, and we always tease him about that chrome dome that he has there. But Todd Bodine driving that 90 car this weekend at Watkins Glen. Well, here's the deal. Here's the layout, folks. We have 2 garage areas here. Well, they're kind of pit areas, so this could be called pit cam instead of garage cam. And shocking to see TJ Bell here. Shocking.
I see what you did there. That was pretty
Did you
good.
like that?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
How'd
so-
the race go last night?
Tell us something shocking.
I need to find my shock guy to get this redone so we can try and get a lap in here. We haven't, we had hauler troubles all the way up here. I haven't even been on the racetrack yet. So the guy's been working super hard. Got here at 10:30 last night. So we're trying to get out here for this practice session.
He's got a lot of work to do. TJ Bell, 2 cars right there, struggling getting here late to the track, and that really puts you behind the 8 ball. Yesterday, NASCAR having a test session here at Watkins Glen. That test session, very important too, because we have new pavement here at this road course, and you know the grip level is there when we talk to most of the drivers, but with new pavement, you get that grip, and then when it disappears, it's nothing. It's almost like being on glass. It pushes the nose, it slides the tires, and it's not a very comfortable feeling. And a lot of these drivers saying that, and the combination of a harder Goodyear Racing compound here this weekend is kind of amplifying that. But Goodyear had a test with the Cup teams. It was unanimous on what tire to bring. The Cup guys thought that this tire that is racing in both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series was the best option. And the big reason is because these Goodyear tires right here heat up. And when you heat up on a new surface, you want durability. And these tires are a little harder, yes, but they will be durable when it comes to temperatures. So Goodyear really doing a good job here, bringing a tire that will work its best here for the first time on pavement. All right, we were talking about sliding around. This guy right here comes from the dirt, but you were sliding around. You weren't happy yesterday.
No, we wasn't. Pretty loose. Hey, guy over there, being nice to me, telling me I'm number one.
You weren't having a good time sliding around yesterday when I talked to you.
No, the Goodyear brought a hard tire and get out of here. Goodyear brought a hard tire so it doesn't blister, and boy, it's a handful at first till you get some laps on it. And our setup, we had to, I don't know, we came with what we usually run here, and it was not right, and we had to change a lot of stuff to get it to where I started liking it, and still really not happy with our speed. So I tell you what, the field's pretty tight too. 6/10 would have got us to 12th. I mean, it's really tight. So hopefully we made the right adjustments to go out next practice, see what we got, and I think it's going to be a survival race more than ever this year because track's kind of treacherous, easy to wheel hop, easy to wreck. So we'll see what we got, keep her to the end, and get this repairablevehicles.com Chevy to the front.
Now, I got to ask you something. Have you ever eaten chopped liver?
No, like liver mush?
Like Tigra here said, hey, Matt, can you please give us a shout out? And then we didn't get to her right away, but she wanted a shout out with Jeremy Clements. You know that guy? So now that we're with Jeremy, Tigra, you get your shout out. You're not chopped liver. We read the tablet. We got you, girl.
I've ate liver mush.
Liver mush is
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
I don't like liver mush because I'm originally from the north.
I don't either, and I'm from the south, but yeah.
It's because you're smart.
It's nasty.
All right, Jeremy Clements there, that repairablevehicles.com car, and one heck of a cool paint scheme that this 51 team debuted this week for Darlington. Kyle Larson standing here, and hey, dude, you were darn quick yesterday.
Yeah, I felt good. I think it's Kennametal Chevy was good. Happy about it. I like road course racing.
All right, fun factor: 1 through 10, Watkins Glen.
10.
10. Why?
9.
Why?
Pistol's a 10. Why? Because it's really fast, exciting. You get to turn right, you get to jump curbs, and it's just, yeah, you feel like you're hauling ass around here.
You think this is one of the best shots you have at a win here? I mean, this car yesterday it seemed like it was on rails.
Yeah, I always feel like I have a shot at road courses. For whatever reason, it kind of suits me. Feels more similar to dirt racing to me. So yeah, I think we have a shot to. We haven't practiced a Cup car yet, but I feel like we have a shot in both Xfinity and Cup probably this weekend.
Well, this guy likes to hustle his car, and this is a place where he can do just that. And Blake Cook right here, we'll grab him real quick. I think you're going to sign in.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh no, that's even more entertaining. Well, let's stop you here and see how good your bladder is. But we'll ask you about your number 11 car because yesterday 2 big practice sessions for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. When I went out for the first run on the track, my confidence was high and grip was low. And I actually spun out in the second lap. So then I had to calm down, and then I worked up the speed a little bit too slow. So we're not very fast, but I know my car's good. Some more laps today, some adjustments. We'll be back where we need to be.
What are you guys working on to get more speed in the car and the driver?
Yeah, just more drivability here. I mean, you just get a good feel of what you're looking for, and as a driver, you can just start learning things and using different curbs and lift points and shift points and all that stuff to pick up time yourself. So,
Chris Rice is here, folks, and when we do GarageCam.
Hey, Sunday is his birthday, everybody.
Oh, happy 44th birthday. Your driver's turning 44?
47.
47, and you're about 22, right?
I'm about 22. He wants to know if I need to borrow a Sharpie, but I do need to.
So, hey, tell us about this 11 car yesterday, because the driver admitted he lost a little confidence, spinning out there. You as a crew chief, how do you get him and this team back on track after something like that?
Well, we have an awesome team, Matt Collick and all the Leaf Filter guys, but the big thing is confidence. Confidence is huge at a road course, and when you do go spin out on lap 3, you lose a lot of confidence. So it's all about how you attack the corners, how you not attack the corners. So yesterday was a good test for us, but at the same time, the racetrack was kind of gritty and we spun out early on, then the racetrack grabbed grip and we wasn't ready for that. So today should be a lot better, but just getting the confidence. We went out to eat. We have a little sponsor on the car this week. I can't even get it out, but went out to eat. Everybody went out to eat, had a little camaraderie, so that was cool. And it's all about just confidence. You get some confidence, you know. Our goal all year is to run top 15 and get in this chase. If we get in the chase, that's going to be huge for a first-year team.
All right, Chris Rice here, crew chief on that Colleague Racing number 11. We're in the main street here. We got about 8, 9, 10 cars to show you here real quick. And, you know, we've had some good interviews today, so there's only about 5 minutes left in GarageCam. But, you know, we're still going to have some fun. Show you Ryan Sieg's number 39. Ryan Reed's number 16. The Lilly Diabetes car is next door. Ryan Reed getting some advice yesterday from Ricky Stenhouse here on how to attack these corners. In particular, they were looking at turn number 2 here and how to carry the car through that corner. Do you carry it through with a lot of speed, or do you go in a little easier and come out stronger? A big conversation yesterday that was pretty interesting to listen in on. Bubba Wallace here, the number 6 car, alongside Kyle Larson's 42. Jack Roush walking by this number 6. They didn't have a great practice session yesterday, but at least their 10-lap consecutive average speed towards the end of the practice was a good one. Brandon Jones getting some more experience here, the rookie race car driver in the number 33. Didn't have the greatest practice session, but really learned and logged a lot of laps. I believe the most laps logged by anybody in the practice session yesterday, the second practice session that is. Brennan Poole alongside in the number 48, and then you got to look over here at this because we got to show you this. Brennan Gaughan's number 62. A little body work, a little trouble in practice yesterday, but this team worked their butts off to get this car redone. They'll get it re-decal. Don't worry. This car will look just as good. Brennan Gaughan really hustles it here on a road course, and that's proof right there. Eric Jones, the number 20 car. The GameStop Toyota. Ty Dillon in the number 3. And if we take a walk over here, Daniel Suarez in the number 19. Elliott Sadler in the number 1 car. Sadler wasn't even top 10 in that practice session yesterday, but the points leader here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series is hoping he could be the guy in the Xfinity Series as far as a Xfinity Series regular to bring it to victory lane. Some different names we see throughout this day. Paul Menard running this race, of course, this weekend. But if you look over here, the number 88, Kenny Habul. Kenny Habul, a road race expert in the Sun Energy, number 88 for Junior Motorsports. And then alongside, the car that everybody was chasing, Kyle Busch, the NOS Energy Machine. The most dominant team in NASCAR Xfinity Series this year. 9 wins. You see those feature win stickers on the roof right there for Growdy Busch. This is a place where he's won twice in the Cup car. This is a place where, well, you know, he really wants to get that win here in the Xfinity Series because he hasn't gotten it done. Why do you think he's racing here this weekend? That dude loves to win, and he's going to try to do it here in that number 18. 9 times this year they visited Victory Lane, and I'm telling you what, they could do it here at Watkins Glen, one of his favorite racetracks. We're pretty spread out in this garage. Drivers getting ready to get in their cars and roll out on the track. We only have about 1 minute left before we throw the checkered flag on this episode of NASCAR.com GarageCam. Make sure that you tune in later today, noon Eastern Standard Time, for GarageCam, presented by Mobil 1 in the Sprint Cup Series. We'll have a pretty cool show for you on tap here for NASCAR.com. Business is picking up here in this garage. Brendan Gaughan's crew working so hard to get that number 62 ready. Brendan about to step out of the hauler, so is Justin Allgaier. And Justin Allgaier was one of the fastest NASCAR Xfinity Series regulars here yesterday. A great practice session, both of those practice sessions finishing around P5 on the speed charts, and the best 10-lap average of any NASCAR Xfinity Series driver here during this test session yesterday. But one of the things that was interesting about that test session, it wasn't just a normal practice. So a lot of these teams changing over a lot of stuff after that practice. We were watching this number 7 yesterday, changing all the gearing out of it because they ran about 50 laps. That's a lot of time on the rear end gears and the transmission and all the moving parts in this Chevrolet right here. So a lot of work done by these crew guys here yesterday. Not two simple practice sessions. Remember, this place beats up on a car, beats up on a transmission, beats up on rear end gears, suspension components bouncing around. Hey, we're going to close the show here in a second, but before we close it, we have Justin Allgaier here. Let's see if we could grab him real quick. He's only got about a minute to get in the car here. Billy Wilburn is probably saying, come on, buddy, get in that car. But Justin Allgaier spending some time with a fan up here. And real quick, before we end GarageCam, because I know this guy's got to get in the race car, a pretty darn good day for you in the 7 car yesterday.
It was a great day. These guys did an awesome job. They brought a great brand professional agriculture Chevy, and I love road racing. I mean, let's be honest, it's so out of my element that it makes it fun. And the racetrack here, the repave, everybody that's been involved in making the new service here happen, Goodyear. I mean, it's been fun to come back here. I mean, new repaves, we're always worried about what the changes are going to be, how to make it better, and they've done a great job here. So I'm enjoying not knowing what I'm doing for a little bit. I feel like we made good speed yesterday, and obviously the goal is all the way through the weekend, but I feel like we got a great shot at having a really solid race, and with the right strategy and luck going our way, I think we got a good shot at getting in victory lane. And
you've got a road course win, of course, so it's not like you're a stranger to driving these cars. How much here, I mean, you grew up dirt racing. Is it kind of comparable, even though it's a different discipline because you have to hustle the car?
Well, I would say no, but if you look at the Sprint Cup Series guys, the Xfinity Series guys, the guys that usually make speed either have a road racing background or they have a dirt racing background. And I don't know, there's a lot of searching for lines, there's a lot of doing the things that you would do on a dirt track here, but I guess on dirt you do steer right to back steer, so maybe your body is used to turning right. I don't know what causes it, but it is unique. It is interesting, and these cars have come so far. Just since I started racing in the Xfinity Series on the road courses, they've come so far, and just been a lot of fun to get around these racetracks.
All right, we're going to close it off here on GarageCam. Me and my boy Allgaier here. I'm Matthew Dillner. This is Justin Allgaier. Until next time, we'll see you at the races.
See you later.